Yeah, Ballon d'Or, Ballon d'Or, Ballon d'Or. We are getting closer and closer and closer to the Ballon d'Or, which is actually in the 26th of October here in London. Yes, it's here in London. That's crazy. For the first time, if I'm not mistaken, ever, the Ballon d'Or ceremony is going to be held here in London. Amazing. Also, as you guys know, August is basically finishing. Almost finishing, and they already brought out the rankings of the Ballon d'Or in August, which is based on the World Cup as well. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at it. You know what I mean? Hopefully, no BS bullshit. But let's see. Let's see. See, off the bat, I already see a lot of PSG players, which is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, 20. João Neves. 20 though? 20? Oh no, bro. 20 is crazy. Wait, can we touch it like this? No. Wait, I don't want to like that shit. Okay, 20. 19, Fabian Ruiz. Fair enough. Yeah, he won with Spain. I think it should be higher because of his performance in Spain, but I guess. 18, Gabriel Kegelench. Okay. For Arsenal, makes sense. Also a little bit of Brazil, yep. Nunes, 17. Okay. Vitinha, 16. I don't know how I feel. Vitinha, 16. That's kind of tough. That is very tough. 16? Oh, wow. Yes, he didn't have the best World Cup with Portugal. Yes, his performance was not good to a Vitinha standard in the World Cup. Yes, it wasn't. It was horrible, matter of fact. But it doesn't take away from the season that he had. He's the main, literally the main PSG midfielder. And don't forget that PSG won the League One, won the Champions League over Arsenal, and won a lot of stuff. And he was a very, very huge part in that win. But fair enough, we continue. 15, Pedri. So you're telling me Pedri is on top of Vitinha. When Pedri, yes, Spain won the World Cup. But there was a lot of games that Pedri did not play a lot of minutes. There was a lot of games. So, oh no. Anyways, we continue. Saliba, 14. Fair enough with France and with Arsenal. Fair enough. I think it's a decent ranking. Luis Diaz did have a beautiful, beautiful season. 13, 12, Declan Rice for Arsenal and England. Yes, fair enough. Kazavsteli, he's not even top 10 for a season that he had. I think he had one of the best seasons in his career. Oh, wow. I guess 11. Yo, I can't do this shit. I can't do this, bro. They obviously had to put Messi top 10, bro. They take Kazakh yeah, to put Messi top 10. Holy shit, balls, bro. I can't do this shit, man. Yo, this FIFA never changes, bro. Alright, 9, Vini Jr. Fair enough. Didn't have the greatest season for Real Madrid, but did have a good World Cup. So fair enough. I still think it's a bit high, but it is what it is. We got Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham had a decent season, but not a Jude Bellingham season for Real Madrid. Let's be honest. The whole of Real Madrid don't have, except from Kylian Mbappe. But fair enough. And then he had an extraordinary World Cup, which probably pushed him up, to be honest. He was probably like below top 10. But his performance in the World Cup, I agree with it. Should have been like pulled up more. And I agree with this. Olise though. 7? Olise? I don't know, bro. This guy had an extraordinary season. And he had a decent World Cup. Like, you can't say that he had a bad World Cup. He had a decent World Cup. So, 7? That's a big question. Dembele had a good season. Not crazy season. He had a good season. He didn't have a type season that people will say that he will come close to winning the Ballon d'Or. He didn't. Let's be real. He had a very good season, but not a crazy season. And World Cup, questionable. He had a pretty decent World Cup like Olise. I would say Olise had a bit of a kind of better World Cup than Dembele. So I don't know. Maybe it's because of the season why it's like that, or it's just too close. But I think Olise should be a bit higher. I'm not even gonna lie. Now we go to the biggest reveal. The top five. The top five rankings right now for Ballon d'Or. Let's go through it, bro. Erling Haaland 5th. This has to be because of his performance, right, in the World Cup. Because during the season, not crazy Erling Haaland season. It's a decent season. Drop numbers because he is Erling Haaland, to be honest. But he did have an extraordinary World Cup, which probably pushed it higher, to be honest. Can't be too mad. I still think Olise should be like around those rank 5th or something like that. I really do. I really do. I think Haaland should be a bit lower. But he did have a good, decent World Cup. I wouldn't say a good World Cup. I'll say a good World Cup because no way went crazy. Yeah, okay, a good World Cup. Rodri, kind of questionable, but kind of not. The only thing that I'll question Rodri's on rank 4 is the season. He didn't have a crazy season, guys. He actually did not have a crazy season. That's the thing. He didn't have an extraordinary season with Man City. Yes, he had a good World Cup. He had an extraordinary World Cup and Spain won. Yes, but you can't just count that and put him 4th place because of that. Because his season wasn't that good. Like, let's be real. Okay, now Harry Kane. Now this is what pisses me off. Harry Kane should be one of the first ones to be winning this Ballon d'Or. Either him or Kylian Mbappe. What is Yamal doing up there? What is Yamal doing second ranked for the Ballon d'Or? Please, somebody actually needs to tell me. Because I'm lost, bro. I'm actually lost. Like, I don't understand. I actually don't understand. Like, how is this guy second place on top of Harry Kane, who done an extraordinary season, an extraordinary World Cup, and this brother is in front of a man who scored unbelievable goals and assists for the whole season, even in the Champions League and everything, and dropped crazy numbers like 6 goals in 7 games of the World Cup and 1 assist, if I'm not mistaken. What are we talking about, bro? And how is this guy second? Oh my god. I might be looking like a hater here, but I'm not, bro. I'm just talking like as a football fan. How is Yamal on top of Harry Kane after what Harry Kane done this whole season, including the World Cup? Because they said they were including the World Cup. So if you include the World Cup, Yamal didn't have a good World Cup. He had an okay, below Yamal standards World Cup. He scored 1 goal. Yes, he impacted the games. I'm not saying he played bad. I'm just saying for a Yamal standard and for a player to be ranked 2 standard should not be that much. And that's facts. Like, what are we talking about? And then Kylian Mbappe, for the first time, FIFA finally put somebody that should actually win the Ballon d'Or. Because I believe it's either between him or Harry Kane. And that's facts. Nobody else comes close to those two to trying to win the Ballon d'Or this year. The Ballon d'Or should either be won by Mbappe or Harry Kane. And Mbappe being first is what I think should be. Because Ballon d'Or is an individual award. And individually, Yes, Real Madrid don't win trophies, but it's an individual reward. And individually, the player who had the greatest season individually was Kylian Mbappe. Yes, Harry Kane had an extraordinary, outstanding season. That if it was like another season, he probably would have won the Ballon d'Or. If not, he would have won the Ballon d'Or. But this season, last season, and the World Cup included, the man who should win is Kylian Mbappe. And that's facts, guys. That's facts. La Liga top scorer. He got top scorer of the La Liga. Individual. He got top scorer of the Champions League. Individual. Even though Real Madrid got knocked out way before, he still got top scorer. So that just shows you levels, right? And then he got top scorer of the World Cup. So, you know what I mean? Is there anybody else that should be first place when it comes to an individual performance? Because let's talk about it. Real Madrid had the worst season of a Real Madrid standard. And this man still got that crazy individual stats in a team that performed horrible throughout the whole season. He got that good. You know what I mean? Who else should be? Nobody else should be rank 1. And rank 2 has to be Harry Kane, not Lamine Yamal. It's facts, no disrespect, but it's the truth, bro. It's the truth. God damn, yo, that's what I think about the Ballon d'Or. Let me know what you guys think about the Ballon d'Or, because I think over here, I'm talking as a football fan. I'm not talking about as an individual fan of anybody or anything. You know what I mean? I'm talking about as a football fan who watches football. You know what I mean? I think Mbappe is truly should be number 1 right now. And Harry Kane needs to be number 2. Because Yamal should not be nowhere near number 2. He can be number 3, number 4. You know what I mean? Those two. But to be on top of Harry Kane after this season that Harry Kane done, it's too much, bro. Like, they're pushing it too much, bro. Like, they need to relax. And if I saw Yamal first rank, oh my days, shoes had to come in, bro. Because this is unbelievable. It needs to be stopped, bro. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. If you guys think that anybody should be changed, if you guys agree with me, if you guys disagree with me, what's your opinion? I would love to know. And if you guys watched until now, I really do appreciate every single person that does. And I'll catch you guys in the next